Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be in Karnataka for 2 days to inaugurate developmental projects in Bangalore and Mysuru. Prime Minister Modi will be kick-starting his 2-day tour to Karnataka today. Ahead of Prime Minister's visit in Chikmagaluru, cops have already detained KPCC Kisan Cell President and other Congress Farmer Association members this morning. They were planning to travel to Bengaluru, stage a protest against the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In fact, pro-Kannada activists in Bengaluru have painted black ink on the Welcome Prime Minister Hindi banners that were pasted yesterday in order to welcome the Prime Minister all through the airport leading into the city. And many of them who blackened those boards that were written in Hindi welcoming the Prime Minister have been detained. The posters that were put up by the BJP were mostly printed in Hindi, to which pro-Kannada activists have taken strong objection to. Remember, this is not the first time that pro-Kannada activists retaliate over Hindi signages anywhere in the state. Politics is now further escalated when the Congress questioned the shutting down of schools ahead of Prime Minister's visit. The Congress MLA, meanwhile, Anjali Nimbalkar, has claimed that educational institutions have been shut down because of the Prime Minister visiting the city. Is this not a joke under the BJP government, questions the Congress leader. Let me cut across to Nagarjuna joining us live for more on that. Nagarjuna, during the first visit, Prime Minister will be headed to IISc to attend the 2-day event, inaugurate about 150 technology hubs developed by the transforming ITIs in Karnataka. And he will be ending his visit by visiting the Sattur Mutt at 7 p.m. and then head to the Chamundeshwari temple around 7:45 p.m. in Mysuru. This is mostly the itinerary. Anything else that we could expect the Prime Minister indulging in while he's on a 2-day visit to Karnataka? And for our viewers, Karnataka goes to elections in barely 11 months' time. With the Prime Minister's visit, we already see protesters now blackening boards. What's expected? Nagarjun, if you're with me. Nagarjun, are you with me? Could you hear me? All right, we're not unable to connect with Nagarjun Dwarkanath, who's tracking that story there. But here the Prime Minister, as I did mention, on a 2-day visit to Karnataka, which goes to polls in barely 11 months' time. We're looking at the BJP launching a series of developmental projects ahead of elections. And here are some of those images of the Prime Minister. He's going to be inaugurating a few projects. In fact, he will be headed to the IISc to attend 2 events, inaugurate 150 technology hubs developed by the transforming ITIs in Karnataka. He will also eventually end his visit by visiting the Sattur Mutt and a few areas there. So this, of course, is something that the state government in Karnataka is looking forward to greet the Prime Minister in full jest.